This small trailer, it's built well, it's rugged, and it's got all the amenities you would want. It's a great price and it's stylish. You can make it your own, all kinds of color choices. Stick with me, I'm going to show you the details on this Sunray 149. Hey everybody, I'm PJ from Princess Craft RV. Today I'm going to show you around the Sunray 149 by Sunset Park. Love this trailer for a lot of reasons, mostly because it's small, got tons of features, and it is a spectacular price. We are talking under $20,000, and I don't mean $19,995. I mean under $20,000. There are quite a few options you can add, so the price can move just a little bit, but I'll show you those as we go along. This trailer is 16 foot, 8 inches long, and that's total, so not very big at all. The weight, 2260. You can see it's got tons of clearance, off-road tires, it's got 100 watts of solar on the roof, lots of things to love about this rugged little trailer. But we're gonna go inside and get started. Let's go. Well, first thing you want to know about a small trailer is how small does it feel inside? Doesn't feel huge in here, but it is surprisingly spacious. There is room to turn around, walk around. It's not bad at all. Height? Now, you guys know I'm 5 foot tall. This is not a huge ceiling, but it's 6'2". So, not bad for most of us. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, I want to start right back here at this end. So this is the front of the trailer. You've got a front dinette and a nice wood grain top. There are two interiors on this. You can get an ash, which is what we're in now, or you can get a pine, which makes it feel a little like a cabin. You know, a very different feel than what I'm in now, but especially if you're going kind of retro, that's pretty cool. So right here, we've got a nice solid tabletop. You can see it's not going anywhere. It does have two poles on it. That helps it be real sturdy. This is what they call a grotto interior. Now, seriously, Sunset Park, I don't know why you picked that name, but that's what this is. It's very neutral. This fabric almost feels like microfiber, but very cleanable. It looks like a leatherette. So, I don't know, it's comfortable, nice to sit here. No complaints about this dinette, that's for sure. Now, of course, it drops down to make a bed. It's not gonna be all that long. It's probably only about 5 foot long. We'll get the exact dimensions for you, but it's comfortable, very comfortable. It would be great for a kid to sleep on. All right. Sometimes this curve, when you have a curve on both sides, it kind of makes it feel claustrophobic, but you do have windows on both sides, so you get a nice cross breeze. You can get a power fan in the roof, which is nice, but yeah, it doesn't feel bad at all sitting here. Very nice, very comfortable. There is some storage right underneath this seating right here. Just open the cabinet on the end, and it is the full space of this seat. On the other side, not so much. You don't want to go underneath for any storage, but there is some pretty cool storage behind it. It runs the width of that seat, and it's about 12 inches deep. You know, I love storage that's easy to get to, holds a lot of things, and it's hidden, so it doesn't clutter up your camper. All a good thing. So storage right there behind that end, and across here, we've got the refrigerator and the air conditioner. Let's take a look at that. For a trailer this size, this is an incredible refrigerator. One of the best things about this is that the amenities are really nice. You've got a double door here, 4.3 cubic foot refrigerator, and it is an Everchill 12 volt. Well, 12 volt, don't worry. You've got a 100 watt solar panel on the roof, charging the battery, running this refrigerator, and it's a compressor driven refrigerator, so it uses a fraction of the power that maybe the old style did. So let's take a quick peek. You've got nice area on the door and inside, along with the crisper drawer at the bottom, and a nice freezer on the top. Now, some of you may think this is mounted a little bit low, but personally, I love the height. I can see everything in there. If you're taller than me, you might have to lean over just a bit, but I bet you can manage that. So just above that, you have this nice horizontal space. My keys would go there along with a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to grab and go all the time. Above there is the air conditioner. You've got a window unit. It's going to be about 5,000 BTU, but in this space, that's plenty. You don't need one of those huge roof airs. So yeah, let's cut the cost. Let's be efficient. Put it right there. On the left here, you've got a switch for the refrigerator, because you want to be sure if you don't want this 12-volt refrigerator running, you have an easy way to cut off the power. And just above that, the 2 USB ports. Again, I'm charging my phone up there. Makes perfect sense. Right above me here, you have the connections for the TV. There is no TV in here, but there is a backer plate right here on the wall, so you can add that TV if that's something that you're interested in. There is also a TV antenna standard on the roof. Don't have to worry about that. Just mount the TV, plug it in, and you're good to go. All right, let's keep going over to the kitchen. So one of the things, like I said, that I love about this trailer is they put full-size appliances in here. You don't have one of those teeny tiny microwaves that you can barely fit a frozen dinner in. You've got a full-size microwave right here, and you know what? Maybe it's not as big as the one you have at home, but not bad. It's gonna work for you. Nice Venta hood right here with the light and the fan, just as you would expect. And down below, 2-burner stove. At first, I will tell you, when these 2-burner stoves became popular, I thought, oh, teeny tiny stove. But they're the same size burner that you would get in a 3-burner stove. It just doesn't take up the entire countertop. It uses the full depth. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm camping, I can't think of a single time I have used more than 2 burners. You might be the exception, but 2 burners, it's plenty for me. And anything compact in a trailer like this, very welcome. So just flip up the glass top. That, of course, is counter space when you're not using the stove. And you are ready to go. It also has this nice iron grid on the top, easy to remove, very simple to clean. Pop it right back in place after you've got everything all cleaned up, and you are good to go. The controls on the front do have a light up. I don't know, it's kind of a new thing. Nice for a night light. But if you don't want that light on, there is a button to just turn it off. Super easy. Underneath is a drawer. Let's open that. It's only about 3 inches deep. Great for silverware, all those things that you need in the kitchen. And under that, the forced air furnace. It's going to keep this place super toasty when it gets cold. Now over here, you've got storage underneath. Really nice space here, and another one just underneath. And this is the full depth of this counter. So that alone is a lot for a trailer that's only 16 feet long. Up here, one more cabinet, and again, the full depth of this, and tall enough for cereal boxes. That's important when I'm camping. Moving over, you've got the light right underneath, and I love that there's always a light right over the sink. And down below, the cover is on the sink, but the sink matches all the decor. A nice black sink. It's about 6 inches deep. You have a nice high spout here and a directional sprayer at the top. Up on the right here, the controls for that forced air furnace we saw down below the stove. 2 more USBs. Can never have enough, right? And below that, a standard 110 plug. Now, all of that makes for a nice, compact kitchen, which is what you need in a 16-foot trailer, right? All right, let's go across to the bathroom. And again, we're talking dancing room. This one is not going to be the biggest you've ever been in, but it's adequate and it's got everything you need. Let's go check it out. So in this bathroom, it is a wet bath. You've got the toilet and the shower here. All the basic components that you need. Skylight in the top, and you've got plenty of length. Maybe not as much width as you see in some, but again, it's plenty for me. Probably plenty for anybody who's comfortable in a 6'2" trailer. The one thing I do want to point out is most of the time in these small trailers, when you step into the wet bath, then it gets a whole lot shorter. In this, you don't get much shorter. You step up 1 inch, but you've got a skylight that's going to add 3 or 4 inches. So I have to say this is the first trailer I can remember that it's taller in the bathroom than it is in the rest of the trailer. That's incredible. And tank sizes, yeah, you've got 27 gallons fresh water, 28 gray, and 28 black. So plenty of tank sizes on this trailer. That's amazing. So moving on, let's look at the sleeping area. This queen bed is an east-west, so it goes side to side in the front of this camper, and that's almost a must if you want to fit all these nice features in a trailer this size. Now, the first thing I was impressed with was the quality of the mattress. You know, whenever you get a trailer that is in this price range and has a little quality and appliances built into it, the mattress is marginal at best. But this feels very soft. It almost feels like there's a Tempur-Pedic topper on it. Can't tell you exactly, but wow, impressed with that. So you may not need to change this mattress, which is, I know, the first thing so many people do in a small trailer. But this feels great to me, and you've got 2 big windows on both sides with air blowing through. Now, if you like to sleep with the windows open and you want that to be a bigger breeze, you can get an optional power fan in the top. That's also something that, if it didn't come from the factory like that, don't worry about it. Just ask your dealer for it. It is an easy add, and it's going to make it really comfortable in here. Okay, up at the top, you have storage. One thing about this storage, because of the curved front and the depth of the storage that they put in there, I love the fact that it is easily accessible without really leaning over much. You don't have to crawl on the bed to get to it, and that's kind of unusual. If you're comparing small trailers, check this out. I can just reach up here, open this cabinet, and I can pretty much reach everything that's inside it. The floor of it, it's probably 2 foot. But it does have that curved roof on it, so it gets pretty thin at the back. But that is a ton of storage, and it is open all the way across here. So really nice space up there for storage, and down below you do have a pass-through underneath this bed area, and you have access to it right down here. So just open this cabinet down here, and you have a ton of space underneath. So really quite a bit of storage here. Kind of amazing the way they fit it in, not made it feel crowded, and just made a nice open space with lots of amenities. Now before we go outside, I want to show you the controls by the door so you'll know what's included. So right up here, of course, you're going to have a controller for that solar panel that's on the roof. Right now there's 100 watts of solar standard, but you can add another 100 watts up there if you'd like. You can do that from the factory, or I bet your dealer could do that as well. All right, so it'll all be controlled right here so you can see what's charging and where you're at with those solar panels. All they do is charge your battery, so keep that in mind. The battery is going to run almost everything in the camper. It won't run your microwave, and it won't run the AC, but almost everything else. Won't run the household plugs either. But campers are made to run off batteries. You just got to keep them charged. So having 100 with an option of 200 watts of solar on the roof, I don't know, really great feature here. Down below, of course, the monitor panels for your battery and your tanks. Remember, these tank sites are really a nice size, so you're not going to be running to the dump station every day or two. You're going to have some time there where you're going to have plenty of water. You can go park wherever you want. And like I said, if you can do without the air conditioner and the microwave, you can run everything off the battery. Awesome. Keep going here. Power awning. The power awning is an option, and so is a manual awning. So keep that in mind if you're shopping. Check out what your trailer has that you're looking at and know that you've got some choices there. Now down below, of course, you've got 3 different lights here, different sections inside the camper. You've got a gas water heater. You can option to get a gas electric water heater if you want, but standard is the 6-gallon gas DSI water heater. So that is what most of these trailers will have. And over here is the water pump switch. So everything's right here at the door, easy to get to, all in one place. All right, now let's go outside. So much more to see. Stepping outside, no, literally stepping outside. It's one of the coolest parts of this trailer. It is an option to have these nice solid steps put on here by Suburban, and they fold up inside, super easy. That's a nice feature. So many of these trailers, especially when you get to the smaller versions and you get to a nice price point, they wimp out on things like the step, and you've got a nice pull out. So be sure to add this step. It is well worth it. Now you will find all of these Sunrays are going to have a nice clearance on them. They're going to have off-road tires. They're ready to go across maybe some areas and some roads that are not perfectly paved. If that's where you want to go, don't worry, this is built for it. You've got a gas port right here, and that is so that you can put your gas grill at the corner of that nice awning and, I don't know, enjoy a cookout. Everybody loves that. That's part of the reason we go camping. Right up here, 110 plugs so that you might want to plug in some fun things, maybe some more cooking appliances. You have a vent for your furnace down here and storage right here in the back. Let's take a look. So right in here, it's the space under the bed. So you've got a lot of storage right here in the back. And you see you've got a crank right there, one for the awning and one for the stabilizer jacks. So stabilizer jacks on all 4 corners, not just the rear. Super nice. And coming around the back, you see you've got storage in the bumper for your sewer hose. And we don't have it mounted yet, but you've got a full-size spare. That comes with the trailer. Again, you know, a lot of trailers like this, the spare is optional. Be sure to ask when you're shopping. This comes with all of the Sunray trailers, mounts right here on the back. You might notice that right up top, it says camera prep. It is prepped for a backup camera. That's not optional, comes with every trailer, and the roof rack up there that holds up to 500 pounds. Wow. Speaking of the roof, it is a walk-on roof. Now, not a lot of space to walk up there, but that's good to know because you can get up there, do any maintenance, do any work that needs to be done, some cleaning. So nice to know it's nice and sturdy up there. Let's keep going around here. We've got your fresh water inputs right here. Of course, the city water connection if you're hooking up to a hydrant. And on the right, the spot where you fill that 27-gallon freshwater tank. The other side of that rear storage right here. And on the right, you'll also notice you have access to the water pump. They do have a winterizing hose for you. So really nice setup. Your low point drains are just underneath here. Very easy to get to the plumbing, check it, and do what you need to do. That's a super nice feature. Down below, you have the sewer connection, and on this trailer, you have 2 of them. The one behind the wheel here is for the gray tank. You have a 28-gallon gray tank, and yeah, it isn't really hidden underneath, but that's one of the things I like about it. I don't have to be standing on my head, crawling halfway under the trailer to hook up my sewer hose. It is right here on the edge. I like the way it's also right next to the wheel, so it's going to have less chance of being bumped, even on something that's pretty tall and rough ground. So real easy to get to right there. And just in front, you will see the connection right here for the black tank, which is also 28 gallons. Why 2? Well, if you want to put these size tanks on this size trailer, it can pose some plumbing issues for the builders. So this is a way to solve that and give you all the tanks that you need. So you can do one of two things. You can use your black hose here and then move it over there to the gray and clean out the hose, or you can simply get a Y and hook them both together before they go into the sewer dump. Either way, it's not that much trouble and it gets you bigger tanks, so you know, I'm all for it. This is our power station that we use to hook up the trailer when we're filming, so that clearly doesn't come with the trailer. I like to point that out. But you do have your shore power connection right here. Just hook that into whatever shore power you have, whether it's at a campsite or at your house, and your trailer's good to go. Right here is a black tank flush. The black tank flush is an option. So if you're looking at this camper on a dealer's lot, you might want to check if that feature is important to you. It's really nice to help keep that black tank clean and odor-free. Hook up the hose there when you're dumping your tank, and it cleans it all out for you. Outside shower, super nice feature, hot and cold right here. And of course, this is going to be your 6-gallon water heater. All right, let's keep going. Now, I don't know why manufacturers put the battery disconnects on the inside of the trailers, because the only time you need to disconnect your battery is going to be when you're putting it in storage. But a lot of times we see that happening. Maybe they want to keep it out of the weather, I don't know. But right here on the front of the trailer is that battery disconnect. So if you wanted to put it in storage, you're unhooking, you've got a disconnect right here on the side. Makes it simple, easy to get to. And of course your battery fits right here in the slot. You have a single 20-pound propane tank and a standard manual jack. Now if you want an electric jack, that's possible, even from the factory or your dealer. So pay attention to that. My thought is that if yours comes with a standard jack, you might want to try it for a while. This is such a light, easy trailer to load. You may not want to have to add that electric jack. But if it's important to you, it's an easy add either way. Now, I want to talk to you about colors, because colors on this trailer are one of the things that make it so interesting. This is a nice white with some green accents on it, but there are so many choices. The white and the gray bases on the trailer are probably the most popular, but you could have black, blue, red, yellow, turquoise, so many choices. And you can mix and match that with the accent color here. So they call it a secondary color. So lots of choices in how you put this together. You can really make it your own. There's also a classic package. So if you wanted the classic package, you know, it's gonna give you a little different interior. It's gonna feel more like a 50s diner on the inside. And most people match that with the pine interior. So if retro's what you like, very simple to do with this. Make it your own, pick the colors that you love, or just check out what's at the dealer's lot, because generally all the dealers are going to have a little bit of a variety. Sometimes you just need to see them to know what you like. Guys, this is such a great trailer. I love the size, I love the build, I love the amenities. So check it out. This is the Sunray 149 from Sunset Park RV. I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV. I love showing you new cool stuff all the time. So stick with me and I'll see you next time.